It's currently 4:15:24, roughly 13:28. And I was just pondering how. Oh yeah, this is like this relates to You Step Out. You Step Up on Mount Liberation, made 7 years ago on Balance Liberation channel, and even made another video. You Step Up, I'm Still Out on this channel a couple months ago. How dudes try to blame me or whatever. Oh yeah, Mother Joan, they blame the revolutionaries when they're not doing anything. So rather I'm tripping or telling the truth, is like was currently going through with law enforcement the very things in which I was attempting to organize the fight against, and made even videos how to stop police brutality on one of the guys' creator I Am channel. The thing that I'm currently going through, employment, doing bitch shit, fucking with your money to either make you quit or find a bullshit reason to fire you. Law enforcement pulling you over, harassing you, having no reason to do it, even after you identify yourself, which you see on Dr. Richie Rashad's show. This, for the past 13 years, have been my cycles. Start making some progress, either some bitches or some nut ass dudes or whatever. Find a way to get you fucked up to where you, once you do all that shit, gotta keep rebuilding. Then rinse and repeat for the past 13 years. But then you look at the other side, the majority is just been partying, sucking and fucking, having fun. Even my other video, what the youth can see into the mystics perverting their young boys. But the other side that wants to complain all the time but do nothing, been in no jams, no problems, making money, have resources, but yet not involved with any organizations, not doing anything on a large scale or even a minor scale to combat what's happening and what's going on, but then always want to blame a being that may step up and be into the light. And I have already proven through my own community. When I see exactly somebody doing some perverted ass that shit right now. Spiritual. But yeah, in my own community, when I by myself will go to the congressmen or go to the local police to talk to the captains or go to the mayor office, so either the representative, the mayor, or the police station, I would get no response. But when the group, I still was a part of the group for a point in time, would go as a group and sign, see, had petitions signed by the group members, meaning more than one, a group, collective group signing on, as I said in my video, stand together, fall together. They have no problem. Either they'll send back a letter saying they appreciate and will look forward to meeting or will attempt to do whatever the group complained about, or they'll send a representative to the next meeting, or most importantly, them themselves would show up at the next meeting. And this happens throughout the whole community of real involved organizations. If one being goes down there and they have no number, on top of that, see, politicians, they know, especially representatives. A representative for say for Philly alone, Sector 12. If one individual, myself, from Sector 12, went to Congressman Kenyatta Johnson's office and complained about issues, he's not going to pay me any mind because I'm an individual. But when a bunch of different groups, yeah, like my neighborhood, you had you had three different sections of that sector got together. So that's over 100 to 2 to 3 to 500 people signing petitions with as I stand the word for word, what I said to stand together, fall together, made a list of demands, got the majority to sign it with their address or at least their location of this identifying that they belong in that sector, with their, like, either an email or a phone number so they can validate that they signed it. That's all is required. And then when they send it to Congress, since they're the majority and have the voting power, so if I don't vote by myself, because I see how crooked this dude really is, and I voted against them. If they know that those 3, 4, 500s aren't going to vote for them, they'll likely lose their job. So compared to that one individual, they're going to more acquiesce to the demands, at least show a fake caring to the group, because that group determines whether or not they get back in office for another 2 or 3, however many years they serve per vote. So that right there proves, if you mad at an individual, your anger is sadly mistaken and it has no foundation, because the majority, not the minority, commands respect, therefore power. They know they need you, not the minority, not 1 or 2 people. 1 or 2 people decide to say, hey, we're not voting, but yet it doesn't catch fire. They can give 2 shits about what those 1 or 2 individuals have to say. But if those 1 or 2 individuals can get 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 1 million, 200 million to follow them, now it ain't because of what those 1 or 2 individuals are saying or doing. It's because of the followers and potential voters or rebellious ones that could potentially do harm, whether physically or politically, whatever. That's when they start to listen. So do not blame individuals like myself. Individuals like myself, they likely attack them. Like I said about the video about Colin Kaepernick, it's many Colin Kaepernicks that was destroyed that never made the mainstream and will never make the mainstream because they've been sabotaged before they even got to the level. But it's the majority who has the voting power, therefore has the true power, that's doing nothing, that is actually the blame. And they actually try to blame one individual when that individual showed you, I'm not doing this. Oh, fuck him. What the majority saying. But when the majority starts to go to that ideology, or that start demanding that, then they start to play that. And Colin Kaepernick even proved that. When a lot of people was going against Colin Kaepernick, or the message of Colin Kaepernick, the bosses or whatever didn't pay it no mind. But then when something like George Floyd happened that reinforced what Colin Kaepernick was saying and protesting, and now they see those same individuals that were fighting against Kaepernick started to go towards that direction. Now you got Nike, now you got software or whatever major companies. Now they're starting to do what the majority is now going towards. So history in this past 5 to 6 years show you, from 2017, I believe that was Colin Kaepernick's era, to this point in time, shows you how they flip-flop according to what the majority do. So if something ain't happening, do not blame a small minority. Remember, it's always, always, always the majority. So if you partying and sucking and fucking rather than being involved and demanding shit, do not blame the minority who likely aren't doing that. Blame the majority who ain't doing shit. Return to dark side of candor. Vindicate me, my God. Make my enemies be turned back and ashamed.